Chapter 14. And Jehovah speaketh unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the sons of Israel, and they turn back and encamp before Pi-hahiroth, between Migdol and the sea, before Baal-zephon. Over against it ye do encamp by the sea. And Pharaoh hath said of the sons of Israel, They are entangled in the land, the wilderness hath shut upon them. And I have strengthened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hath pursued after them. And I am honored on Pharaoh, and on all his force. And the Egyptians have known that I am Jehovah. And they do so. And it is declared to the king of Egypt that the people hath fled. And the heart of Pharaoh and of his servants is turned against the people. And they say, What is this we have done, that we have sent Israel away from our service? And he harnesseth his chariot, and his people he hath taken with him. And he taketh 600 chosen chariots, even all the chariots of Egypt, and captains over them all. And Jehovah strengtheneth the heart of Pharaoh king of Egypt, and he pursueth after the sons of Israel. And the sons of Israel are going out with a high hand. And the Egyptians pursue after them, and all the chariot horses of Pharaoh, and his horsemen, and his force, overtake them, encamping by the sea, by Pi-hahiroth, before Baal-zephon. And Pharaoh hath drawn near, and the sons of Israel lift up their eyes, and lo, the Egyptians are journeying after them, and they fear exceedingly. And the sons of Israel cry unto Jehovah, and they say unto Moses, Because there are no graves in Egypt, hast thou taken us away to die in a wilderness? What is this thou hast done to us, to bring us out from Egypt? Is not this the word which we spake unto thee in Egypt, saying, Cease from us, and we serve the Egyptians? For better for us to serve the Egyptians than to die in a wilderness. And Moses saith unto the people, Fear not, station yourselves, and see the salvation of Jehovah, which he doth for you today. For, as ye have seen the Egyptians today, ye add no more to see them, to the age. Jehovah doth fight for you, and ye keep silent. And Jehovah saith unto Moses, What? Thou criest unto me? Speak unto the sons of Israel, and they journey. And thou, lift up thy rod, and stretch out thy hand towards the sea, and cleave it. And the sons of Israel go into the midst of the sea on dry land. And I, lo, I am strengthening the heart of the Egyptians, and they go in after them. And I am honored on Pharaoh, and on all his force, on his chariots, and on his horsemen. And the Egyptians have known that I am Jehovah, in my being honored on Pharaoh, on his chariots, and on his horsemen. And the messenger of God, who is going before the camp of Israel, journeyeth and goeth at their rear. And the pillar of the cloud journeyeth from their front, and standeth at their rear, and cometh in between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel. And the cloud and the darkness are, and he enlighteneth the night, and the one hath not drawn near unto the other all the night. And Moses stretcheth out his hand towards the sea, and Jehovah causeth the sea to go on by a strong east wind all the night, and maketh the sea become dry ground, and the waters are cleaved. And the sons of Israel go into the midst of the sea on dry land, and the waters are to them a wall, on their right and on their left. And the Egyptians pursue and go in after them, all the horses of Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen, unto the midst of the sea. And it cometh to pass in the morning watch, that Jehovah looketh unto the camp of the Egyptians through the pillar of fire and of the cloud, and troubleth the camp of the Egyptians, and turneth aside the wheels of their chariots, and they lead them with difficulty. And the Egyptians say, Let us flee from the face of Israel, for Jehovah is fighting for them against the Egyptians. And Jehovah saith unto Moses, Stretch out thy hand toward the sea, and the waters turn back on the Egyptians, on their chariots, and on their horsemen. And Moses stretcheth out his hand towards the sea, and the sea turneth back at the turning of the morning to its perennial flow. And the Egyptians are fleeing at its coming, and Jehovah shaketh off the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters turn back, and cover the chariots and the horsemen, even all the force of Pharaoh who are coming in after them, into the sea. There hath not been left of them even one. And the sons of Israel have gone on dry land in the midst of the sea, and the waters are to them a wall on their right and on their left. And Jehovah saveth Israel in that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel seeth the Egyptians, dead on the seashore. And Israel seeth the great hand with which Jehovah hath wrought against the Egyptians. And the people fear Jehovah, and remain steadfast in Jehovah and in Moses his servant.